To fight for love or not to fight for love? That, my friend, is the question for today. Welcome back to Relationship Essentials, and that's what we're talking about. To fight or not to fight? Before we get deep into fighting for love, we gotta figure out if we should be fighting for love. Let us take this time to evaluate some things. Make sure that the person that you are fighting for should be in your life. That's what this is all about. Are they worth your time? Are they worth being in your life? There are some things that we got to look for. Number one, do they truly love you and you love them? Another thing we got to look at is the friendship. Are both of you guys bringing to the table? And I'm not just talking about financially, but yes, financially too. Because sometimes in a friendship, somebody has the moments where they are on the downside, so they can't really do a whole lot. So it's not all about the money. But what it is about is, what can I bring to the table with you being my friend? Because a friend sticks closer than a brother sometimes. That's what the Word of God says. And so let's make sure that the person that we are about to fight for is worth fighting for. Now, a lot of y'all during this time, let's do some evaluation. Don't be surprised when your answer is no. And that's okay, because everybody's not meant to stay in your life. Now that you've figured out if this person is worth fighting for, let's talk about the ones that are worth fighting for. Me personally, if I'm fighting for you to be in my life, it's because number one, I love you. Number two, you love me back. And number three, we have a bond and a friendship that just doesn't need to be broken. Sometimes things happen in life where, it's just like you upset somebody, or, something happens where you two are angry or upset with each other. But this is at no point any time for you to kill your friendship. So the first thing we do in fighting for love is to examine us. What part did we play in this for us to get ourselves together, ourselves right? Because remember, the one that apologized first means that you're more mature. Now, if you were wrong, yes, you should apologize. Just apologize. You feel so much better. All that puffed upness, because come on, pride makes you feel all puffed up and you're hurting and you want to say something to him or her so bad. And it's killing you on the inside because you just can't say hey to somebody that you normally say hi to. There are some of you that walk right past each other and y'all live in the same house and you won't speak because she gonna apologize to me because she disrespect me. Well, he gonna apologize to me because he should love me better. Do what you need to do. Grow up and be the man that you need to be. Grow up and be the woman that you need to be. And apologize. It is so simple. Just say, I'm sorry, and mean it from your heart. Another very, very, very important part in fighting for love is you got to learn to listen. And learn how to speak. And don't just listen and be unactively listening. Be listening to hear the person that's speaking. Because whatever they are talking about is important to them. It's real to him or her. And so you show them you love them by paying attention, by taking him or her serious. Because if they don't like a certain thing, or if something is going on and they really trying to get your attention about it, and they let you know, hey, look, this happened to me as a kid and thus and so on down the line, take them serious. Because it is one of the worst things you can do to a person in a relationship is to say, oh, that's no big thing, when it is something big to the other person. So one thing that we can certainly do is learn to listen. And then when we speak to somebody, don't just wait till our turn to speak. Listen and speak. Respond, not react. Work on your tone of voice. I have to raise my hand on this because my voice is very strong. God has given me this. This is my gift from God, a strong voice. And so I have to, in turn, try to listen to myself. And my husband, he'll let me know that, hey, your tone is up a little bit, because he understands and he truly knows that I'm not trying to be loud. I'm not trying to do, the yelling and stuff. But he'll let me know, and sometimes I'll be like, okay. And I have to downshift a little bit because what I'm feeling is coming out of me. So let's learn to listen and how to speak to one another, because if y'all two yelling and going back and forth at each other, you're causing more damage, and that's not good. Okay, so now we've talked about a few things as to why they should be in our lives, how to listen, and so forth. Now let's talk about how to fight for a person's love. Number one, each person that you're fighting for their love is a different situation for the occasion. Let's say it's children and parents. Yes, we love our children, and yes, we have to show them some tough love sometime, but we are always to show them that we love them and never run them away. Now, some children, you have to push them to the side for just a little bit so that they can bump their heads and learn that, hey, life is too short. I can't take advantage of my parents. And that's a whole nother category. But what I really want to talk to you about is husband and wife. Because we're looking at this and we're seeing this a lot in this day and time. Nobody wants to tell you how to stick and stay. Everybody wants to tell you how to get up, pack your bags, and go on down the street and never look back type of situation. When you think about what y'all argument was about and what started this whole thing that has drug out for weeks at a time, and some may even turn into years, can you really remember what it was? No, a lot of you can't, because it wasn't really that important. At the time it was, but now it's not. And is it worth you giving up your marriage over something that small? I think that you should give your spouse the fighting chance for y'all to make it work. It is so very important for you to think about all the things that hold y'all together than that one little thing that's going to cause you to split apart, unless it's something that's, too big, somebody's cheating, and then just continue on doing stuff like that. Whatever it is, you know what you can handle and can't. But just think about your children, because this affects them too. They know when mama and daddy not getting along. They can see you walking past each other in the house, not saying nothing to each other, or playing let me take my kids here and play with them all day and then bring them back and then you can take them. Kids know, and they can see that, and this is affecting their life. We don't want them to grow up and be like that, because that's poisonous, that's toxic. Remember, we talked about, I think it was 1 or 2 times ago, of Relationship Essentials. May have been on the 1st of January, I'm not sure. But everything that you do or the decisions you make affects the people around you. But we are fighting spiritually and mentally for the person that we love, especially if we've done something. Now, I know that some of you may be saying it's hard for me to apologize. Well, I guess I can understand that a little bit, because that used to be me. I thought it was hard to apologize until I started practicing this behavior, because I know when I mess up, I need to fix the things that I have messed up. That doesn't make you a small person. That doesn't belittle you. That actually makes you a mature person. And it's all about growing up. If you want somebody to be in your life, there are some things that you're gonna have to change if it's you that's causing the problem. Now, if it's them, then they're gonna have to change to be in your life. That's why it's a give and take type of thing on each end. both of you guys need to be given 100. Take time to write some things down. This really hurt me. This really bothered me. Because sometimes you can't say it without crying, because you get all choked up and worked up. But trust me, your marriage, a lot of you, is worth fighting for. Don't throw in the towel. Not yet. Give him another chance. Give her another chance. And pray about it. Y'all's foundation needs to be based on God. Because with him being the centerpiece, I'm speaking from what I know. Him being the centerpiece, things become much better. Because both of you are governed under God. And he'll tell you through his Holy Spirit, that hurt your wife. That hurt your husband. Go make this right. Go apologize. And he'll tell you more than that too. He'll tell you to do something for your spouse out the ordinary. He'll tell you to love on them in this way and so forth. And that closeness that you're looking for, that connection will be there. And your relationship is what you make of it with your spouse. If you want to be that close-knit, together, linked up, tied, great couple, then you need to work on that. Life is what you want it to be. Let's remember that. So let's fight for our love with our spouses if you're in that position. These are some things that you can do. And when you're fighting for love, number one, you need to get up praying for your spouse and yourself every morning. This is something that you must do, because you're going to ask God to help you, and he knows where you are and where you at. Now, you got to confess your part in this if you had a part. When you are confessing your part, you be totally honest with God, because there is no other way to be, because he was already there when the situation was going on. 2, try to look at it from their point of view and yours at the same time. Because this cuts out a lot of things when you don't just look at things one-sided. This is all the fighting. You're fighting for love, changing things in the mindset, approaching things different. And it can't be just you. It's 2 people. 3, embrace each other with love. And let each other know that no matter how this conversation goes, I'm going to still love you. No matter what is said, I'm going to still love you. And then the next step, when you are talking, don't call your spouse out their name. I hear this a lot when talking to people about their spouses or significant others, and they are being called out their names. What is your name that your mama gave you? That's what I'm gonna call you unless I got you a nickname. So these are some things that we got to start changing. Nobody was born a dog. Nobody was born a pig and so forth, and derogatory names. Respect your spouse. Respect yourself. And let's not name call. Okay? That was just a few things for you. So again, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop a comment below or send us an inbox. I pray that each and every one of you, your marriage grows strong, and that this video helps you think and realize that your spouse is worth fighting for, because 2 is stronger and better than 1. And when you by yourself, just think about it, because this used to be me. I can tell you about me. Come on. I done something, or he done something, and I done retaliated. However, I did something too to cause a problem, because my mouth used to be all this here. And then, down the line, I would, after all this puffed upness has settled down some, I'm hurt because I can't be around my spouse because of my behavior, because I reacted or whatever the case was. And vice versa, same thing with him. We did a lot of that. And so it's time out for all that, not to even go back to it. Why? Because you waste so much time with being angry. So let's stop wasting time being angry and get busy on loving each other and do that now. I love you all, and I pray that y'all have a blessed, wonderful rest of the week. See you next time. Bye-bye.